Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Today we will go through the introduction to accounting for course ACC030 and ACC106. Okay, for this topic, chapter 1, okay, introduction to accounting, we will cover the definition, function, objective, and uses of financial statement, main user groups of financial statement, type of various form of businesses, and differentiate between bookkeeping and accounting. Okay, for that I will explain on the definition, function, objective, and then the different groups of users that use the financial statement. I will explain also the types of business and differentiate between accounting and bookkeeping. Okay, accounting can be defined as the art of classifying, recording, and summarizing transactions and business events in monetary terms, and interpreting the results to interested parties to enable them to make decision. Okay, so the keyword here is the classifying, recording, summarizing of the business transaction into in monetary terms, and interpreting the results to interested parties to make decision. Okay, so there are four keyword here: classifying, recording, summarizing, and interpreting. Okay, so this is the accounting cycle. We start with the transactions, and then we determine the source documents, then we prepare journals, then we transfer it to ledgers, and we prepare trial balance before we can prepare financial statements. Normally at the end of the period there will be an adjustments. Okay, if there is any adjustment, then the process will be journal again, to the journal and then ledger and the trial balance again. And if there is no more adjustment, then we prepare the financial statement in terms of statement of profit or loss and statement of financial position. Okay, this is roughly. I will go one by one in each topic for journals, ledger, trial balance, and financial statements. Okay, this is the cycle. Okay. Okay, this is the example. As I mentioned earlier, it start with transaction. Okay, sold goods worth 200 ringgit for cash. Then we determine the source document. The source document here is the sales receipt. Sales receipt. Okay, and then we prepare journal, the cash receipt journal. Okay, this one, and then we transfer to ledger, general ledger and sales ledger. Okay, bank account and sales account. As at the end of the period, we will close off the sales account and bank account. Then we prepare trial balance. Okay, and then if there is adjustment, then we do the journal and ledger again, then prepare trial balance. If there is no more adjustment, then we will prepare statement of profit or loss and statement of financial position. Okay. Okay, we'll move on to objective of financial statement. Objective of financial statement is to provide information about the financial position, performance, and cash flow of an entity that is useful to those users in making economic decision. Again, it is we want the information to make decision. Okay, the purpose of recording and analyzing accounting information to know the financial status of the company, whether the business is making profit or losses, and if there is losses, then what corrective action to be taken to improve the financial status. The recording and analyzing also to serve as reference by the user of accounting information, and it will assist in preparing the financial statements of good quality without any omission. Okay. Objective of financial statement of private entities. The objective of financial statement of private entities is to provide information about financial position, performance, and cash flow of the entity that is useful for economic decision making. Okay, again, this is the same. We want to prepare the information in terms of financial position and performance and cash flow to make decision. Okay, financial statements are structured representation of the financial position and financial performance of an entity. The objective of financial statement is to provide information about the financial position, financial performance, and cash flows of an entity that is useful to a wide range of users in making economic decision. Okay, financial statements also show the result of the management stewardship of the resources entrusted to it. To meet this objective, financial statements provide information about entities in terms of assets, liabilities, equity, income and expenses, including gain and losses, contributions, and distribution to the to owners in their capacity as owners, and also the cash flows. Okay, so this is the definition given by MASB, Malaysian Accounting Standard Board. Okay, basically, users of financial statement, as I mentioned earlier, the definition of accounting is act of recording, classifying, summarizing, and interpreting of a business event in order for the users to make decision. Okay, who are the users here? Users can be classified into two: internal users and external users. Internal users are the owners, managers, and employees. Okay, owners, managers, and employees. For managers here, is the person who run the business, while the owner is the owner of the business. Okay, for limited company, owners here normally refer to shareholders and also board of directors. Okay, and then employees, also the internal users. Okay, for external users are payables or bankers or creditors, current and potential investors, government, consumers, and also students. Okay, so we look at it. Owner of the financial statements to know the financial performance, financial stability, and growth of the business. Managers need financial information in order to make operational and financial decision. Employees to know the stability of the business. Okay, look for steady employment, earning capacity, and other monetary benefits that are to be gained from a financially stable business. Okay, this is from the internal users point of view. For external users, which is externally outside of the business, including payable bankers, creditors. Payable bankers, creditors use the business financial statement to evaluate the ability of the business to pay their debt. Okay, boleh tak business ni bayar hutang? Itu yang dia penting kan, creditor nak tahu boleh tak hutang, boleh tak, kalau business boleh bayar hutang, then maybe in the future they will give more credit transaction to the business. Current and potential investor. Current investor want to know the financial statement, want to examine whether the business will continue to grow and perform well. Okay, because they want to get more income in terms of dividend. Okay, for limited company. Potential investors use the financial statement to analyze the strength and weaknesses of the business in order to make investment decision. Okay, the government interested in the financial statement and reports the business for tax purpose. Okay, government more on tax purpose. Okay, consumers, major prospective. Customers will want to review a firm's financial information to see it's stable, if it is stable enough to be long-term supplier. Okay, long-term supplier. Okay, another is bankers. Bankers want to know the business, whether if you want to make a loan from the bank, they want to know the stability of the business, whether the business can pay their installment or installment of their loan in the future. Okay, there are three types of business. I have mentioned earlier about limited company, okay, and in which the business want to gain and want to know the status of the financial status of the business, whether the business can pay dividend. Okay, so there are three types of business organization. Sole proprietorship means that only one person, ataupun dipanggil dalam bahasa Melayunya pemilikan tunggal, only one owner. Partnership, 2 to 20 or 2 to 50 owners, depend on the type of partnership. And limited company is whether it is private limited company or public limited company. Okay, sole proprietorship, in terms of registration, it is under Business Registration Act 1957. Capital contributed by the owner, okay, only one owner, owned by one person. Managed and controlled by the owner. Okay, here the unlimited liability. Unlimited liability means that if the business unable to pay its debt, creditors will get it from the owner. Okay, will get it from the owner. Okay, the asset of the owner will have to be used to pay the debt, the business debt. Okay, in terms of profit or loss, only 1%. Okay, all profit will be enjoyed by the owner. And then for book and accounts, no legal obligation to keep and prepare of the account. There is no specific rules. I mean, it is not not compulsory for the business to prepare book of account for the business. Sole proprietorship business to prepare accounts. For partnership, okay, it is registered with Companies Commission of Malaysia under Business Registration Act 1957, contributed by partners according to partnership agreement under Partnership Act 1961, because it is more than one owner. Okay, for general partnership, 2 to 20 partners. For professional partnership, 2 to unlimited partners. Okay, professional here refer to lawyer, doctors, accountants, surveyors. Okay, for that partnership, it can have more than 20 partners, normally up to 50, but here is stated unlimited partners. Okay, limited liability partners, I think we focus on these two, general partnership and professional partnership. Okay, management and control, it is managed and controlled by the partners because more than one owner. General partnership, unlimited liability. Limited liability, partnership. Okay, but generally partnership is unlimited liability, same as sole proprietorship. Okay, in terms of profit or loss, it will be shared by partners according to their profit sharing ratio. Okay, depends on the agreement, partnership agreement. Okay, again, there is no legal obligation to keep and prepare the account. Okay, it is not compulsory. Okay, for limited company, it is registered under Companies Commission of Malaysia under Companies Act 2016. Okay, so different act. Okay, capital contributed by shareholders through number of shares. Ownership for private company, 1 to 50 shareholders. Normally this one is companies by this type of company is normally family members. Okay, for family members. For public company, it is 1 to unlimited shareholders. It is depend on the authorized shareholders. Okay, authorized shareholdings. Okay, management, managed and controlled by board of directors, normally majority shareholders. It is appointed by shareholders. Normally board of directors is majority shareholders. Liability, limited liability, limited to numbers of shares holding. Okay, then the value of shareholdings means that if the business doesn't have enough money, the creditors cannot claim owners or shareholders asset. Okay, it is limited up to numbers of share holding. Okay, profit will be distributed in form of dividends. Okay, however, it is compulsory for limited company to keep and send to Companies Commission of Malaysia every year the book and accounts. Okay, the book of accounts. They need to prepare financial statements. Okay, I've mentioned about unlimited and limited liability. Okay, what is unlimited liability? If the business fail, the business assets are not enough to cover the debt. The creditors or payables have right to seize owners or partners' personal properties to settle the business debt. Maknanya kalau business tak cukup duit, creditors, pemiutang boleh ambil harta owners ataupun pemilik ya, partners untuk bayar hutang. For limited liability macam limited company, if the business fails and the business assets are not enough to cover the debt, the creditors or payables do not have right to seize shareholders or partners' personal properties to settle the business debt. Okay, maksudnya limited, the liability is limited to the amount of shareholding. Okay, there are differences between bookkeeping and accounting. Basically, bookkeeping is part of accounting. Okay, as I mentioned earlier in the definition, accounting is classifying, recording, summarizing, and interpreting of business event. Okay, in order to make decision. For bookkeeping, it is only covered three part of accounting: classifying, recording, and summarizing. Not interpreting means that it is up to, but normally we are saying that bookkeeping is classifying and recording. Okay, what is classifying? Classifying, sorting accounting data into categories in terms of receipt, payments, purchases, and sales. Okay, recording is the business transaction recorded in the cash book, journals, and ledger, while summarizing is the accounting data are summarized into financial statement in terms of statement of financial position and statement of profit or loss. Okay, from here then we can summarize, okay, into ratio analysis, interpreting the financial statement using ratio analysis. Okay, this will be covered in the last topic, inshallah. Okay, so that's it for chapter 1. With that we end the session. Baru starting al-insyirah and tasbih kifah. Bismillah. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.